Welcome to the April 2nd, 2018 Newmarket Zoning Board of Adjustment meeting. The first item is the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm waiting for Chris Hawkins, but we're going to proceed. We should be along. I'm going to appoint Steve Minatelli, Richard Shelton as alternates until Chris gets here. I have to fight myself. And we're going to change the order of business a little bit. Oh, wait a minute, I think we'll do the agenda. Item 2, review and approval of minutes, February 5th, 2018. I'm going to recuse myself, I was not there.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as transmitted by Sue.
Yep.
That's both sets of minutes.
Both sets of minutes. We have a second, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Against? Abstain on 2-5. Okay, agenda item number 3, we're going to delay the election of chairman and vice chairman until Chris gets here. And our regular business, we have Tim Dempsey and Judy Ogilvy, a public hearing for an application for a variance from section 3-154D2A, the Newmarket zoning ordinance, to permit the addition of a 365.35 square foot screen porch within the 125-foot shoreland protection overlay district. The property is located at 12 Smith Garrison Road, tax map R2, lot 6. We have someone to present.
Yes, good evening. My name is Robbie Woodburn. I'm from Woodburn and Company Landscape Architecture right across the street. I'm here with Tim Dempsey and Julie Ogilvy, the owners, as I said. And this is a request for a variance to allow the addition of a porch within a 125-foot setback. The owners would like to add this porch, but in doing it, they will also like to fill in the existing swimming pool and take out the existing on-grade and above-grade deck that has very tight joints and is regarded as an impervious surface. So we're taking out impervious surfaces of both the pool and the on-grade and above-grade deck and putting in the proposed patio. I'm just going to walk through the site with you. I know Mr. Shelton had a chance to go out. Did anybody else have a chance to go out? Okay, so this will be helpful. This is the house. This one. This is the house. The pool is here. It's surrounded is an on-grade deck. There's a raised deck at the house. Along the side of the property here is a tidal inlet from the Lamprey River. The river is actually.
Just for everybody's reference, this is located on Smith Garrison Road, just before you start up the hill.
Correct.
Correct.
Right on the right-hand side.
Correct.
Set back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So in actuality, the river is off the end of the sheet over here, and this is the tidal inlet, the edge of the tidal inlet as it comes up. This is the 50-foot setback, and this is the 125-foot setback. So you can see the house and all of the developed area of the lot lies within the 125-foot setback. The so we're taking out the pool and the deck and adding the porch. And what it will look like is this. After it's done, is that new porch, filled in pool, lawn and garden, and then we're adding a spa and stepping stones to get to it, and stepping stones to get over to where the seating area would be in the grass. So in addition to that change, which will probably be the first phase, we're also going to be renovating the landscape over in here, but that is not part of our discussion tonight because all we need from the town is a variance. We will need a permit from the state in which to do that because we're still within the shoreline zone, but that's a different issue. So it's basically the trade-off of the new porch for the pool and deck. And so the total square footage of the pool and decking is currently 1,653 square feet. And if you take out those two and then add in the screen porch, the spa, the walkway to the spa, and the stepping stones, that's 709 square feet approximately. And that results in a decrease of the impervious surface of 944 feet. So I know you're aware that we have 5 criteria for granting the variance, and I hope you'll excuse me, but I'm going to read our responses to the criteria. I'll do it as quickly as I can, and hopefully it can be straightforward. So the first criteria is that the variance shall not be contrary to the public interest. These proposed changes to the site are not contrary to the public interest because the decrease in impervious surfaces, the pool and the pool deck, is greater than the addition of the porch and spa and walkway, thus creating improved conditions in the protected buffer. In addition, the proposed porch is as far away from the resource, the tidal inlet, as possible given the large ledge outcroppings on the south side of the house. Criteria number 2 is that the spirit of the ordinance is observed. The ordinance is crafted to provide a protected zone above the resource, in this case the tidal inlet, and limit structures and impervious surfaces that would impact the amount and speed of runoff into the river and its inlets. The proposed changes to the site will result in a decrease of impervious surfaces and create more vegetated area and less impact to the buffer, thereby improving the protected buffer, observing the spirit and intent of the ordinance. Substantial justice is done. Granting the variance allows the owner full use of the property while reducing the impervious surfaces and protecting the integrity of the resource and the buffer. The values of surrounding properties are not diminished. Values of surrounding properties will not be diminished by these changes because they cannot be seen from surrounding properties, and they will improve the condition of the protected buffer. Criteria 5, literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance would result in an unnecessary hardship. So there's the two ways of looking at it. One is no fair and substantial relationship exists between the general public purposes of the ordinance provision and the specific application of the provision to the property. In my answer, I sort of twisted it 2 different ways, but the answer to the first one is that the proposed removal of the pool and the pool deck and the addition of the porch are located in an open, non-vegetated, previously constructed areas within the shoreline protection zone. So the integrity of the water resource is maintained, and the proposed use is actually more complementary to the shoreline by providing more pervious area. The second criteria for that 5th option is that the proposed use is a reasonable one. Removing the pool and the surrounding deck is a reasonable trade-off for the desired porch, and it would improve the buffer while allowing the property owner to enjoy full use of the property from screen porch. Then the last criteria goes to the it's not here. Goes to the land itself. So in this case, the land, the long tidal inlet along the side of the property creates a very big shoreline setback in which nothing could be done within that. No changes to the house could be done within that shoreline setback. So it goes to the special conditions of the property. This property has a very long tidal inlet along its side, which creates a very large buffer. Hence, we have a hardship. Do you have any questions?
No?
I don't have any questions. I just think we got a win-win situation with the project that's going on.
I agree.
And if there's not any questions, I'd like to,
Well, I think we should open it up
the public
to the
hearing.
public. So
Formality.
we'll open it up to the public. Would anybody like to speak?
Robbie's done a great job speaking on our behalf.
Okay, then I close the public part of the. I guess, would the board like to, any questions from the board, discussion?
No, I don't have any. I happen to know the property quite well. I know that the project is the benefit to the town from what's sitting there now. And if in fact there's not any questions, I'll give you a
Any
motion to
questions?
grant the variance.
No questions, no questions? Anybody? Go for it.
Okay, I'll make a motion to grant this variance as it's a statement of fact that this property of 3.1 acres is indeed unique, and that there is no other waterfront on the Lamprey which is impacted across not only the front section, but also along the entire side with shoreline and wetland impacts. The right side of the lot is bounded by a tidal drainage area connected to a culvert on a Smith Garrison Road. The left side and front of the lot is all massive granite ledge and boulders. The application criteria as presented by the applicant's representative, by removing the pool and decking totaling 1,650 square feet and the proposed addition of a screen porch, spa, walkway, and stepping stones totaling 709.35 square feet, be approved and meeting the requested variance, as this will be a big improvement for the reduction of 943.65 square feet of impervious surfaces within the shoreline buffer, relating to reduction and improving the quality of water runoff in the shoreline protection area. And I just had one condition, and I think it was addressed in the applicant's attorney representing us, that upon removal of the swimming pool and decking, the area will be returned to ground level and seed or sodded, and with any additional, are there any additional friendly conditions? If not, look for a motion to second that.
May I know you've closed the public hearing, may I?
Sure.
The only thing that's different from what you just said is that you know how the pool sits up on that retaining wall, right?
Right.
The wall will stay, the pool will be gone, and it will be ground level on top of the wall. We're not taking the wall out.
Okay.
Was that confusing?
No, that's no problem.
Okay.
As long as we're back up to ground level.
Yes, there won't be a hole in the ground, correct. Right.
And permanent wall will stay in place.
Correct,
I'll add that in.
thank you.
I'll second that motion. Gladly.
Okay, I have one thing that I forgot to do. Have all the abutters been notified?
Yes, they have.
Okay.
Did we get any?
I apologize. I
We
did
had
not.
no correspondence from abutters, and we do have a full abutting list.
Okay.
Hey, we made a motion and seconded it.
Good. Carry on, Neil, carry on.
Okay.
Carry on.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion? Do I have a vote?
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Aye. No?
Thank you
There
very much.
go.
Thank you. Thank you all. Good luck with the elections.
Thank you very much.
Turn it over to you, Chris.
Where are we?
Election of office.
Thank you.
Whenever you can answer.
That's all I got.
Sorry, I'm
I don't want to withdraw it, so,
So the regular business is complete, we're going back to elections?
Correct.
Okay, Floor is open for nominations for chairman.
I nominate.
I'll second that. You'll take it.
Any further nominations? Discussion?
You've done a great job, so figure might as well keep it.
Want to show up? Anybody want to show up? All those in favor of Chris Hawkins carrying on as the chair, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And the floor is open for nominations for vice chair.
I nominate Bob Daigle.
I'll second that.
That's acceptable to Bob.
Acceptable to me.
Any further nominations? All those in favor of Bob deposing Wayne as vice chair, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. It's a coup d'etat.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Any further new or old business to come before the board at this time? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor of adjournment? Say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? And the meeting is
And that was a
adjourned.
short meeting
Thank you.
for the chairman.
That's what happens when Wayne runs a meeting, the meeting comes right along. Thank you for doing that, Wayne, I appreciate it.
Oh, we had technical problems.